welcome to Leap Taken. Here at Leap Taken, I talk about all things witchy, craft related, law of attraction, manifesting, esoteric, and everything else in between. And there is sort of like a tag going around in the witchy pagan community on mistakes I've made. Are you leaving YouTube? And so forth. It's a cute little tag, and I've seen several people do it, and I want to participate. No one tagged me, but I'm just going to bust in, let myself in. Excuse me, move out the way. I'm in the room. Queen's coming through. And let me stop because I'm about to start singing Beyonce. My whole life last week, my whole life. Anyway, let me get into this. Well, I said last week, days ago. Anyway, so there's 25 questions, and I'm going to attempt to try to answer them as best as I can. So what is your channel name, and what is the significance behind it? So Leap Taken, the significance behind that is Leap Taken started off as a blog on WordPress, and then I graduated into YouTube. And that was a few years ago. So 2018-ish, yeah. So this is the last time I think I did a blog post. I think it was 2018. I'm pretty sure. 18, 19. Anyway. But I started off because Leap Taken represents taking leaps. My family and I moved a lot. And then with every move, it's not just moving that's taking the leap. It's the move. It's making new friends. It's new experiences, new challenges, new jobs, schools, homeschooling, friend groups, starting a group, starting a blog, becoming a witch. In the capacity that I am now, instead of just being an observer. That's why I speak on this channel. That's why I started this channel. I know what that's like to be very attracted to the occult, to be very attracted to witchcraft. It's sort of always kind of on the edges, on the fringes, and never really participating. So taking that leap has been something I've based most of my adult life on, is taking the leap. And I sort of check off leap taken. This leap has been taken. On to the next, because that is life. You can't stand still. And then the next thing is, what type of content do you create on your channel? Witchy, esoteric, and everything else in between. So everything from talking about witchcraft, which is my favorite subject, I can talk all day, crafts, witchy crafts, planning as a witch. So everything has a witch theme, essentially. And then sometimes, even from current events and things like that, if I do go into that, it's always from the point of view as a practicing witch, and what am I going to do about it? Am I hexing? Am I cursing? Am I healing? And my witchy lives, currently what I do is I do reviews, everything from book reviews to product, and they're usually tarot, oracle cards, little items, things, decor around the home, or things that just bring me some sort of joy, but they're almost always under the occult theme, or adding to like my cottage witch home, that sort of stuff. So yeah, esoteric, witchy, all of it. That's what this channel is. What inspired you to start your channel? Honestly, I enjoyed writing the blog that I did, and it was like not very witchy. It was like woo-woo. And I wanted to be more witchy. I didn't want to be just woo-woo. I didn't want to be on the edges. And I thought YouTube was a brave step of me kind of coming out and declaring that I'm a witch. And I know that someone who is like me, age-wise, being a Black woman, it's helpful to a lot of other people to maybe come out and feel a little bit more comfortable. And I felt like I really had something to contribute to YouTube. And how long have you been on YouTube as a content creator? I think I've been on, I got to double check. I'm so messed up because I have false starts. And I think when I really made a full commitment would have been around 2018, 19. If that makes sense. Seems like forever ago, but it's really not. Is there a new style of content that you want to try? Vlogging. It's been interspersed here and there, but that's a lot of work. but I want to try more of it. What are your hobbies outside of your channel? Reading. I would say writing, but I haven't been doing very much of that lately, but definitely reading. Um, and full disclosure, honestly, probably being on social media like TikTok and watching YouTube when I'm not creating content. Um, I do enjoy crafting a lot. So I will take my hand and try to paint something or make something. I enjoy paper crafts. So those crafting in general is my main hobby, my main thing I like to do outside of creating YouTube content. Um, and how do you plan out your content? I use a planner. Currently, I'm using the Harry Potter. It's like a happy planner. Um, I'm actually going to make something else for myself. That's something I've been meaning to get to, a content creator planner, because I do need that. I'm sort of just using these spaces on this planner and creating, and it's not working out very well. Before I used to use the monthly, and I would just fill in the titles. But I need more than that. I mean, that's fine at a glance, but I also need to see like what am I doing as far as like TikTok or Instagram. When am I posting? Like I need a little bit more variation because it's not just YouTube content. So I'm really kind of working that out in my head. I'm looking to see if somebody else has already invented it. I don't want to invent the wheel. If somebody else has did it, I'll buy it and just use that. But I haven't really seen anything out there that really fits my needs. So right now I'm just using the equivalent of a happy planner. And what are the tools of your trade? Camera. My camera. Okay, so my camera is my iPhone. And it's the iPhone 13 Pro Max. I have a camera. That camera doesn't work so well. I don't like it. It's just not top grade. And I understand I can get like better cameras, but to me, I feel like my goal has been I may invest in a better camera once I reach a certain platform. But quite frankly, my iPhone is doing it for me. I have that one, and I still have like my OG iPhone. I think this is like an 11. Is it 11? I think so. Anyway, so that's the answer. Instead of buying a camera, I bought another phone. And at the time, it was like the better one. Now, the iPhone 14 supposedly is great and all that, but the 13 is where it's at. That's like the sweet spot for the last phones. I don't know what Apple's going to come out with afterwards or what they're doing, but like to me, I think the camera is perfect. It's perfect for what I'm doing, for videos, the cinematic feature, which I think I might be using right now. I love that. So iPhone, tripods, yeah, and not really a ring light. Probably could use one, but I don't know. I don't care. It's not that serious to me. I don't think I need it. Sometimes I just move my seating depending on the lighting, but occasionally I'll throw in a ring light. Not as much lately, honestly. Those are the tools of the trade. As a content creator, do you experience burnout? If so, what does that look like for you? So yes, I do experience burnout. There were times I seriously considered not making videos anymore because it's a lot of work to come up with ideas. And I'm a small channel, so every like, every subscriber, every view has definitely been hard earned. No one's promoting me but me. I've not done any sort of collabs or anything like that. There's no mention of lead taken. And it's just been a small incremental increase over a period of time for this channel. I am proud of that. But just to get this small incremental growth is a lot of work. Because I am a full-blown sun sign Aries. I try not to ever do mediocre. If I don't want to watch it, I'm not going to make it. I have videos that I have filmed, some of them edited, and then I went back and I was like, this is garbage, this is trash. Like, why are you angry? That's also a problem. So I'll scrap it and I try to sometimes refilm it with a different approach. And it's like, why am I so angry? I don't know. Sometimes like I say more than I probably should, and I have to scrap an entire video. I try to salvage it, piece together. It just doesn't make any sense. So um, stuff like that can cause burnout, and just like thinking of ideas, thinking of content that makes sense. And I don't do BS and fluff. And like, I really want something that's hitting it, that you watch and you're like, oh yeah, I learned something, or oh, that's like me, you know. Anyway, but like that, yeah, that's a lot sometimes. Which videos are you most proud of and why? Quite frankly, all my videos. Let's just, like, based on what I just said, all my videos, I'm proud of all of them. I don't have any specific one that I'm super, super proud of. My attempts at vlogging are a big deal, and I think those are the ones, if I'm gonna say, because it takes a lot of work to like piece together different stuff. Um, the video I'm actually working on, which is my Halloween decor haul, witchy decor haul. I don't know what I'm gonna name this video, but anyway, because it's not really just Halloween for me, it's witchy. That one is, I'm proud of those, because like that's trying to get the right angles, trying for it to make sense. Also not trying to give you the full blown layout of where I live, because I believe the killer is real. Come on, like I'm not gonna do that. So you know, that sort of stuff. Like it's all very strategic, but I'm proud of those. Who inspires you within the magical pagan YouTube community? Right now, currently, got to be Oshun, 100%. Love her content. I feel like I learned something. A lot of it's validating information, hard earned lessons, and she is a woman who gets it, and I love that about her. And her channel is so informative and educational. I still love the Witch's Cookery. That's one of my favorite um, channels as well. Right now, those are kind of like in magical crafting, um, because I'm a crafty kind of person myself. Her voice is so freaking, it's like ASMR. It is so soothing. I love listening to her. I love watching her content. Yeah, she's somebody like low key, I get a little obsessed. Like I could just like let them play because it's just so soothing to me. But anyway, those are my top three. So of course there's other channels that I watch, but like that I really like are, I would say that I'm really inspired by, like over time, over a while. It's definitely, and currently till this day, it's definitely them. And then are there any channels that you would recommend? Yes. As a small YouTube channel, I like to definitely highlight some others that are really small. So you will find those channels in my description and for you to check out as well. Because I think that these witches are really providing solid information and they're entertaining to watch as well. Next question, do you believe there are misconceptions about being a magical or pagan content creator? So yes, a person in general, yes. Um, Everything goes your way all the time. You never experience burnout. You never experience any sort of real obstacles, and you know everything. Those are the misconceptions. I'm literally doing a channel and I'm showing you as I learn and I'm sharing it with you. So I didn't know it before. I'm learning it with you. So there you go. I don't know everything. No one knows everything. That's the fun of YouTube. I get to like experience things and then I show you, you know, I talk about it. And if it doesn't make any sense, I don't continue, or I put it down and pick it back up again when it makes sense again for me. What do you like and dislike about being on YouTube? Oh boy. What I like about being on YouTube is I get to show myself in a way that, and share my thoughts on witchcraft and on a lot of variety of topics. I get to meet other people. I built a coven from that. I have other spaces where I host virtual events and things like that. So it's connected me to people I probably would have never met. So that's great about YouTube. That's what I like about being on YouTube. What I dislike about being on YouTube, I don't get a lot of trolls, but when they do, it's annoying. Honestly, I feel like I'm popping when I get a troll because it's like, oh, you saw me out. Okay, I must be doing something out here in these YouTube streets. You know, you found me. But yeah, I kind of get a little, that makes me a little excited. So I can't even really say trolls. What I dislike, it's really tied to just the other question about burnout. It's like coming up with relevant content that I believe is worthy for me to post, for you guys to consume. I dislike how YouTube sort of like punishes you for not putting out like content almost every day. Like if you do, I mean, relatively speaking, you are rewarded. For me, when I first started this channel, I used to post like 3 videos a week. And then I would also eventually I started doing lives, but like that's like 4 times. So I have definitely noticed the difference. So I'll just say that. Yeah, they don't promote you as much when you do that. What are some of the challenges and struggles you face creating on this platform? Again, it's just coming up with the content for me sometimes. Sometimes I just like, life is lifing and I can't like, I don't know, because like I said, I struggle on where to separate. Like sharing too much might be a problem for me. That's a challenge and a struggle. Like how much to share, because authentic me wants to just say what it is and I don't want to like hold back, but I realize I should hold back. I don't need to tell you everything. What is your opinion on monetization, paywalls, and exclusive content? Yes, yes, and yes. So I like monetization. Duh. I'm like, are you against monetization and exclusive content? Well, Leave Taken has the Patreon, so to speak, membership here on YouTube. Consider hitting the join button for that as well, where I give exclusive content for those members, and you're also supporting me. I initially started off with multiple tiers. I attempted to do like a book club. That did not work out. And instead, I just have 1 tier, and you're really just helping to support me here on YouTube, and I give you an exclusive video. And then throughout the month, there can be additional perks as well. So yeah, my opinion is I like it. My opinion is I think it's a positive thing. I think it's good because you can kind of, connect in a different sort of way and offer more. And my intent is to begin to offer more. Do you have any boundaries on this platform? Why or why not? Well, I feel like I just answered that question. I have to have boundaries because if I don't, I overshare. And that's not always a positive because I'm someone who has parasocial relationships with other creators and artists. So I am on the other side of that as well. And I almost am grateful that I don't know everything and I don't know all the nuances because I get to just continue to consume their content, their media, their art, and feel good about it. Sometimes it's not good to know all the details because it can kind of make you look at people differently, negatively, or sometimes in a way that you no longer they're not as relatable as you thought. Yeah, like I'm really into K-pop, right? So I don't want to know if any of my idols that I follow feel negatively about, let's say, I won't go to the obvious thing, Black fans, but like, let's say, I don't know, older fans. What if they find that, off-putting in it? And I heard, and they were like talking about that. Well, what am I going to do now? I can't stand you. So like, I don't want to know that. Like, that's just like a silly little reference, but I'm just saying, I don't like hate anybody or have any problems against anybody watching me, but I'm just saying like, that's like an example for me that I could immediately think of. But I am in a capacity where I talk to other witches and other witches are watching me, I would be very concerned about letting down too many boundaries where you see too many of my vulnerabilities, like that would be a concern for me. Do you have any current goals for your channel? Of course, I always have a goal for my channel. I set goals every year. There's certain numbers that I want to hit eventually. For anybody that tells you they don't care, I call BS. If you are creating content, putting out there, even as a hobby, eventually it's fun to see growth. It's fun to see that your channel has grown. I think it's not being totally honest if you're saying, oh, I don't care at all. You care a little bit. I think we all care a little bit. And I think that's perfectly fine too. You want to measure results. You want to see that they're doing well. For me, that's how I know things are incremental, because I see my analytics. I don't this is not an everyday thing for me, but I do look. So for me to grow the channel, to make even more better content, relatable content, to eventually start increasing the amount of videos that I put up. Honestly, I like to get back to that again. Without experiencing burnout, we'll see. What are some of the mistakes you've made and how did you fix them? My older videos, the camera sucked so bad. I fixed that by just giving up on the idea of trying to get an expensive camera and just going to a really nice iPhone with a really nice camera. That's one. Two, I think I was kind of feeling my way through initially with my videos and learning to sort of hone in a little bit more on what my special brand is. And I feel like I fixed that. You'd have to see the older ones and then come in and say, oh, I think I know what she's talking about now. It's not bad. It's just me trying to kind of find my lane a little bit better. Okay, so the next one, in what ways has your channel grown since your first video? Well, one of the ways that my channel has grown is I think I've gotten better. Thinking about this question, I realize I'm much more natural in front of this camera than I realized. It helps that because I don't live near my family, majority of my family, we FaceTime or talk video call. So I'm used to doing this all the time, and it's been years. So this is very normal to kind of have the phone up and just have a conversation. That's why I have to have boundaries. Editing can be my friend. But yeah, I feel like over time I've gotten even more comfortable in front of the camera. I feel like I have been kind of hitting the note on the type of videos that I wanted to see when I was first starting out into witchcraft. And even once I was, because I don't want to just appeal to newbies, also to people who are already practicing as well. And I feel like a lot of my videos kind of hit that sweet spot. At least that's my intention, and I believe it does. It's something I would want to watch. So next question is, have you ever wanted to quit making videos? Why or when? Why not? Yes, I did. I seriously considered taking a break earlier this year, late last year, earlier this year. I seriously considered taking a break because I was just the burnout, tired. I had so many other things happening in my life. It just became too much to try to do this as well. But I find that it is therapeutic to make these videos sometimes. So I kind of focused just on that and went a little bit more harder on what my overall goals were and stayed with that, because I get excited when I see other people's content because I get inspired and I want to do other things. So yeah, but yeah, I did feel that way. I felt that way on more than one occasion. I'm like, what am I doing? Nobody's going to care, I have said that. What do you wish you knew before starting your YouTube channel journey? You don't need an expensive camera. You don't need the best lighting. You don't need a background with all the stuff. I say that as I have background with stuff, but anyway, you don't need all that. Do have a vision overall. It can change, but have an overall vision. I've seen others who come in. I watched their content and then they fizzled out. And then they came back and it fizzled out. And they came back and it fizzled out. Consistency. No, be willing to have some level of consistency. Make changes. I used to do more videos a week. Now I'm down to just the one. But it's still consistent. So consistency is your friend with YouTube for sure. Do you post on any other platforms? I sure do. I post on A Leap Taken is on TikTok and Instagram. Do you have any advice for anyone wanting to start a YouTube channel? Stop being a punk. No, seriously, like stop being afraid. Like your worst video, what you think is your worst video, is still like on par with like 98% of what's on YouTube. Everybody is not like great at this, just so you know. Everybody doesn't, it's not natural. If you seem robotic, if you seem like that, you will know that and then you'll improve. But you kind of sort of have to just start, make the video, post it. Let the chips fall where they may, and then pick it back up and just keep going. Consistency. That's what I would tell you. Be consistent, have a vision, and just do it. Don't overthink this. Just do it. Last question. Who will you tag in this video? So I'm going to just put because I don't want to get the names wrong. So I'm just going to list them here and there somewhere when I'm talking in the editing process. I'll just list them there and put the description and their links in the description for their channels of who I'm tagging. Emphasis on smaller channels that I like. So there you go. But that is all. That's all the questions. I got through this whole thing for the most part with minimal breaks. I am not well. So, but I wanted to do a video, my commitment to YouTube. But I want to do this video because I thought it was fun and I wanted to share a little bit about myself and my channel and the vision and what's going on here at Leap Taken as well. So hopefully you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, and all the jazz. Comment if you have any other questions as well. And thank you for watching. Bye.